Spreadsheets are tools that will help you look at numbers and data and help you organize it, sort, and a really powerful thing about spreadsheets is that you can do mathematical equations to help the numbers make more sense to you. Another really good feature about spreadsheets is that you can make graphs and charts like we're studying with population in a very, very easy way. So today's screencast is going to give you a basic setup of what these things do, what the pieces and parts of a spreadsheet are, and what they can do to help you out. So what I have here right now is a spreadsheet itself. This is also known as a workbook. It is the entire spreadsheet itself and all the sub-pages. Now the sub-page itself is known as a worksheet, and here you can see a sheet 1. If I'd like to, I can add as many sheets as I want. You can have hundreds, if not probably thousands of these things if you'd like. And then what you can do is go ahead and rename the sheets. Something that will make sense to you. Maybe it's by month, maybe it's by a certain class, whatever it could be. So this is a really powerful tool for you to be able to organize your information just like you'd have pages in a workbook. You can also see here a way that you can list all the sheets in a stackable way. It's a little bit easy to check out. The guts of a spreadsheet is really located in what's known as a cell. In this case, a cell would be these little boxes. I have the mouse on A1. You'll have the spreadsheet organized by columns. In this case, this can be letters, and rows, which will be numbers down below. And what you can do is you can type in text, and you can also type in numbers if you'd like to for what you need. Just like in a Google document, you can go ahead and name your spreadsheet to something that's going to be useful and meaningful. So in this sense, I'll just call it chores. And I could also name the sheet if I'd like to here. I can call it maybe, I don't know, chores. Okay. When you look at the format of numbers and the data, it's very much like you would see in Microsoft Word. In this case, I could like to just go ahead and make this money earned from chores all the way across the entire spreadsheet. To do that, I just hit Merge Cells. I can also change the font size. I can make it bigger. And I can make it bold if I'd like to do that too. So this is something that's really helpful. Another thing that I can do is I can go ahead and I can put grid lines around all of my information. That way it's a little bit easier to see where it is, and I can select that. A couple other buttons just to be aware of is, of course, you can print, you can copy and paste. If you'd like to, you can take numbers and you can actually turn it into a money format. So in this case, I have money for receiving a chore. I can highlight all the cells at once and hit the $, and I'll put it in dollar and cents format. I can also do things as percentages, reformat it that way, and there's other formats here I can check out. If you go along here, you can also make a lot of graphs and charts, and so you just click on Insert Chart, and that will be a way for you to get what you need. This will be a really useful tool, and we'll do a lot more with it, but for your purposes right now, if you could understand columns as well as rows, you're going to be doing a lot for yourself. If you can understand the entire thing as a workbook and the individual parts are worksheets, that's pretty important too. The one last thing that's really, really important to understand is going to be what's known as a formula or a formula bar. You see f of x, you can click here. What can happen with a formula is you can actually tell it to do different kinds of math. So in this case, maybe I had a number of times of doing a chore, 3, 4, 7, 2, and 5. What I can do then is start off a formula. Whenever I do that, I want to type in an equal sign. You can see it up here. And I can say, well, if I got $1.25 for every time I fold the laundry, and I did it 3 times, I would make $3.75. So the formula is equals the value of B3 times C3. And if that's not enough, if I want to do the same formula over and over again, I can just copy down my cells and do all the math for me. Another formula that's really useful is the total or sigma function, which is right here. So what I can do is I can click, I can hit sigma, sum, which is total, of all the money that I made doing chores. See how it says D3 to D7. If I enter, I've made $22.25 doing my chores. With a spreadsheet, since everything is referenced to a cell, if you change the numbers, it's very easy. Say, for instance, I dusted the furniture, I don't know, say 35 times. Really dusty house. Watch what happens to the math. See how it automatically changes? That's a really cool thing about a spreadsheet. I'll change it back to 2. So that's how a spreadsheet works. Please make sure on your note sheet that you see where the parts are and draw a line to pair it all up. And also just take a look at the formulas down below. I did a couple of them with you, and we'll do a lot more as time goes on. So thanks for watching.